Dear friends, the chain of events is never accidental. After successfully organizing a meeting for ministers of finances in St. Petersburg in 2005 and earning a good income, I went to the city I had dreamt for many years, Paris. I spent 4 months there reflecting on the plan for my future life, especially the plan for my future business. At the age of 23, I knew clearly that I didn't want to build a career in international corporation, and I didn't want to become a slave to the system. I wanted to create a business that would allow me to enjoy my life, to travel, and not to be tied to the office. That's how my first travel business was born. The company has a name, Foray, which in Latin language means something striving upward. My first office was located in the palace of Prince Kochubey, House of Moors, one of the most beautiful private palaces of 19th century of St. Petersburg. St. Petersburg is so beautiful that you can walk endlessly and admire it. I love my hometown and I am proud that I was born in St. Petersburg.
Northern Palmyra, city of dreams, you whisper at dawn across the Nevas stream. Grandeur and tenderness meet in your eyes. My heart is captured by sunset along your skies. You're a fairy tale woven of fog and rain, a city of poets, of passion, of pain. Within your embrace, the soul takes flight. St. Petersburg, my eternal quiet light.
Returning to my first business, year of 2007, my company Foray became the first and the only narrow-niched company in St. Petersburg. We helped people to get US visas and organized group and individual tours to the United States. The business was successful. In the first year, I was able to buy a license and became a tour operator and legally sent tourists abroad. The license was very expensive and accreditation was difficult, but I succeeded. I felt like all tourists of St. Petersburg were mine. That's when I first experienced the beginning of like a star fever. I felt like the whole world was at my feet. I had an office, employees, and business that ran autonomously. I traveled extensively: Tunisia, France, Sweden, Estonia, Finland, Luxembourg, Czech Republic, Italy, Belgium, so many trips. Then one day in December 2008, my company had signed multiple contracts with tourists for upcoming trips to the United States and Canada. It was a group of 40 people. We processed visas, collected full payment for tours and international tickets. A huge sum of the money was in my bank. And one morning I woke up to the news that the dollar had almost doubled in value, and all my money were in rubles. Could this have been anticipated? Perhaps. But for several weeks, my bank froze all foreign currency transactions. I sensed disaster approaching, but I could do nothing. By the time banking operations were restored, it became clear I didn't have enough money to fulfill the tour obligations. A couple of weeks later, the insurance company that gave me insurance went bankruptcy, and my company automatically lost its license. Then, 1 week later, I learned that one employee had booked 5 rooms in Brazil during Carnival for $25,000, which we could not sell. In total, I lost more than $60,000 over 3 months. The losses were huge. It took me 1.5 years to recover and continue the travel business. What mistakes did I make? I wanted to always be like a good girl and be liked by everyone. I shifted responsibility onto employees, the bank, and even the country itself. I didn't know how to say no. For me, it took years to learn to say no to people, to situations. On one hand, I was overconfident. On the other, I lacked the experience to make quick decisions. Did I repeat these mistakes later? To my shame, yes. It took me many years to analyze every step and every fall to develop my personal strategy for business and life. Give me $5, leave me alone for 2 days, and from $5 I can make $1,000. My main challenge is preserving and multiplying the money, but I will get there. And again, for me, now business is like a hobby. I do it because I love doing what I do. But the most important thing in life is living in harmony with myself. It when my thoughts, feelings, and actions are aligned. It's choosing what resonates with my heart, not what others expect of me. It's having an inner world that sustains me even when the outside world feels chaotic. It's waking up each morning with a quiet certainty that I am walking my own path, not living by someone else's script. Equally important is who surrounds you. Unfortunately, your environment shapes you. The people around you directly influence your growth, mood, and quality of life. The danger of thinking being surrounded by those who do not grow or aspire higher puts you at risk of losing your energy, individuality, and confidence. The mind always chooses the familiar, even if it is destructive. The mind prefers the comfort of the known over the risk of growth. Fear is the ultimate barrier. It's a fear more than anything else that blocks real transformation. And choosing your circle, choosing your future, surrounding yourself with people who lift you up is the key to rising, creating, and moving forward. Despite countless mistakes in life and in business, I am proud of myself. I am proud of who I have become. Only by being in a state of fullness and in harmony with myself, I can consciously choose the future, choose a partner, and build a business. When you are in a deep emotional trauma or loneliness, your fish chooses anything just to avoid being alone. That's how unhappy families are formed, with dissatisfaction, infidelity, lies, and aimless experience. Now I know that it's better to be alone, to live alone as long as necessary, to truly know yourself, to learn all the lessons that a life gives you, and to responsibly choose the one out of 7 billion people who will not take care of basic needs, but become a deep extension of yourself. This level of awareness, maturity, and readiness comes when you tell yourself, I want to live differently. Friends, I wish you conscious weekends and living each day with a purpose. Be happy.